Hi everyone, and welcome to our first online session. I wanted to quickly create a screencast just to walk you through what you're going to be working on because we are not meeting face to face. So the two things that you're focusing on this week are the three principles of UDL, and at this point you probably know them and should be able to connect each one to the particular brain network that it's associated with. And then the second thing you're going to be learning about this week that's new is a technology integration model. It's called TPAC, and it stands for Technology, Pedagogy, and Content Knowledge. And there's a couple of readings and a video that will help you understand what it is. It's another technology integration model, like I said, similar to SAMR, but one that I find works really well for when you're really designing the lesson from the beginning. So the objectives for this week are written here. And you're also going to be selecting two websites or apps that meet any of the checkpoints underneath your assigned principle, and I'll talk about what that means in a minute. So first things first, you have 4 things to read and view, starting with chapters 4 and 5 in your text, the optional study guide where you should at least be able to answer most of the questions. There's a video that's 7 minutes and 32 seconds long about what TPAC is, a 6-page overview, and Drs. Kohler and Mishra are the two professors who founded this framework not too long ago, and so this is actually a really good original article to read. And then lastly, this keynote speech is 45 minutes long, which sounds like it's really long. In fact, I think you'll find it to be very enjoyable. It's a really engaging presentation and it's very creative, the style in which they present. So, and it will really drive home the point of what TPAC really is all about in terms of designing content and thinking about the balance that it needs to have with the technology and the pedagogy that you're going to be using. So after you complete the readings and viewings, you do have one discussion board, and I chose to make it just a traditional forum because I understand that there's been some issues with using VoiceThread on this test site, so I just decided we would keep it simple. You're in an assigned group, either the multiple means of engagement, multiple means of representation, or the multiple means of action and expression group, and while you can read what anyone else in the other group posts, you're only responsible for making a post and responding to 2 other people within your assigned group. So the first original post that you make, which really needs to just fully answer the question, needs to happen before 11:59 on Sunday night, and then you need to do 2 follow-up posts before 11:59 on Tuesday night. Total is 10 points for this, so 6 for the initial and 2 for each response that you'll make to your classmates. Additionally, you should make sure that you get your assigned PD book, and if you don't know what it is, here's the link that you can click and open the list. And then you need to be prepared to bring your mindset artifact to class, and again, you can click this and it will bring up the description because we will be sharing those in class when we meet next. You have reflection questions in your journal, set number 3, and this is the first week where you're going to be exploring the journals of your classmates. So you need to open these journal URLs and find 3 people to comment on. You'll make 2 comments on their slides, and it doesn't matter which slide you comment on, just one that strikes you in particular. I think you'll really like seeing how other people have been answering the questions. And then lastly, you have this optional follow-through activity, but I do want you to look at it at least. It's called Lit to Go, and it has some really strong connections to UDL. So I encourage you to contact me if you have any questions. I'm happy to talk to you or talk you through anything, including the discussion board or any questions that you have about TPAC or anything you're working on this week. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in class when we meet next.